So look, y'all, I'm picking the Miami Heat in 7. I'm picking Miami in 7. Welcome to Refuse to Lose. My name is Joe Jordan. I'm your host today. Today we're going to talk about the Eastern Conference Finals, the Miami Heat versus the Boston Celtics. This was a hard decision. It really was. I've been fighting. I've been on this side, I was on that side. I'm like, if I pick this side, why would I pick them? If I pick this side, why would I pick them? Which one makes the most logical sense? Which one is a gut feeling? Like, it was tough. So look, y'all, I'm picking the Miami Heat in 7. I'm picking Miami in 7. So earlier, I called one of my brother Jamie. I'm like, I'm going with Celtics, and think about it. I was going with Celtics in 6, and now I'm turning around. Now I'm picking Miami in 7. Now, listen, I was wrong with the Bucks series. I picked the Bucks over Boston. I picked the Nets over Boston, and now I'm picking Miami. I mean, maybe I need to just pick Boston, but let me tell you why I picked Miami. Let me tell you why I picked them. First, Boston. Boston has a great team, y'all. Udoka has been doing a great job. Jason Tatum stepped up the last 3 games of the last 2 games, basically, right? Elimination games, and against Milwaukee. But look, Boston are better tested. They went against the Nets and they went against the Bucks, while Miami went against Atlanta and the injured Philly. So the Boston are more prepared when it comes to being battle tested this year, but I think that Miami, the way Boston's going to approach this, they've been approaching every series differently, and Miami is going to be another different series. So let's break down what Boston has done so far. So against the Nets, the reason why I believe they beat the Nets because of their size. They're just too big for the Nets. Think about this. You look at Boston, they had lineups on the floor against the Nets when they had Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, Robert Williams. Or you can take out anybody on that lineup and put in Grant Williams. Take out anybody, so the only person, take out anybody in that lineup and put somebody else in other than Prison. All right? Outside of Prison, there were times on the floor against the Nets where Marcus Smart was bigger than everybody on the Nets team that's on the floor besides KD. There were times when they had Patty Mills, Steph Curry, Dragic, Bruce Brown, and KD on the floor. Marcus Smart is bigger than all of them except for KD. And he's their smallest guy, but Boston's smallest guy. So because the Nets shot well, they shot a good percentage against Boston. The issue was the turnovers and rebounding, and they couldn't stop them. They were too small. Jaylen Brown was getting anything he wanted on Steph Curry, on Patty Mills, right? Jason Tatum was getting anything he wanted on Bruce Brown, all right? And the physicality against the Nets was too much for them too. They were too small, not just height-wise, physical-wise, KD. So that's the Nets. I look at the Bucks, right? Number one, the Bucks, they don't really have perimeter defenders. They have Jrue Holiday, Wesley Matthews. Outside of those two, who they have? Bobby Portis? No, he's not a good perimeter defender. Pat Connaughton? Grace Snowden? No. So they don't have good perimeter defenders, and they didn't have 3-point shooting. The Bucks shot 27% from the 3-point line. A lot of that, some of that got to do with the Celtics, but they didn't have great shooting. Wesley Matthews shot like 33%. I can't think of his name. Lopez made 1 3 the whole series. Giannis not a great shooter. You got Bobby Poole who shot 40% from the 3-point line. He only made 5 threes the whole series. So they didn't have great 3-point shooting. And also defending Giannis. Defending Giannis was okay. You ever played against a quarterback? Let's say you have a quarterback who's a great runner, but is not a great thrower yet. What you do in the defense, you put everybody in the box and you dare them to throw the ball. And that's basically what Boston did with Giannis. They literally put everybody in the box, free throw line and below. Literally, Grant Williams, Al Horford, they were waiting for Giannis at the free throw line, letting him shoot the mid range, letting him shoot the three. So it's a standard offense. I mean, sorry, defense. It's not a lot of. Of course, you communicate on all defense, but it's not a lot of switching around in that defense. It's a standard set defense. They play basically the whole series. And then also Udoka outcoached Bud and Nash. He did. So with Miami, it's different. It starts with Eric Spoelstra. This will be the first series that Udoka is going to coach when he's not the better coach. Udoka is he's doing a great job, right? Udoka is we're going to see how great he is coaching because Miami going to mix it up. Miami's not going to come at you one way. They're going to mix things up. You know why? Because defensively they have versatility, and offensively they have versatility. Offensively, they don't need Jimmy Butler to be a Giannis for them to win. But Budenholzer literally went Giannis, Jrue Holiday, or bust. Straight one-on-one basketball. Well, Giannis and Holiday. And the Nets were just too small. They shot well, they're just too small. But Miami Heat, Jimmy Butler does not have to be a 30-point per game scorer, even though he's averaging 28 points per game, to win this series. Jimmy Butler's and Miami Heat is actually a better team when Jimmy is more of a facilitator. The key person in Miami is Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero is not a physical player. Boston are a physical team. All right. So, but a lot of their physicality comes from the bigs, not the guards, really. Right. Marcus Smart, but you know, Tatum is a good defender. Brown is too, but they physicality come from their bigs most of the time. So Tyler Hero has to have a good series for the Miami to win. But I'm going to trust Jimmy Butler, man. Jimmy Butler, I believe, like I said about James Harden, I was wrong. I said that sometimes you can't just go with logic because logically you would think about Boston. And I was like, I'm going to pick Philly because I think James Harden is going to rise to the occasion and change his narrative. Well, I was wrong about James Harden. But Jimmy Butler, I believe after this series, if they beat Boston, Jimmy Butler will be viewed so differently than we have been looking at him in the past years. Because you got a team that got past KD and Giannis, and then Jimmy Butler's Miami Heat beat them. It's going to change the whole narrative. Jimmy Butler, I love his leadership. I love his intangibles. I love how he's a dog. I love how the whole Miami Heat team have that Heat culture, that winning culture with PJ Tucker, like that, right? So this is going to be a brutal series, but I'm going to roll with Miami Heat with this one. I'm just going to roll with Miami Heat. I trust Eric Spoelstra. I think he's going to mix things up I think he's going to make it tough for Boston defensively because he's going to mix things up. He's not going to just run the same set all through all game like the Bucks, all right? And also, I think they can match the Celtics' physicality because Miami Heat is a physical team too, and they are a great defensive team, just like the Boston Celtics, with a great coach, all right? And the only difference is people will argue Jason Tatum is better than Jimmy Butler. Then you got Jaylen Brown also, who's a terrific scorer, right? But I'm telling y'all, Jimmy Butler is about to make a mark in his legacy beating Boston, right? And then Boston wins. I mean, that's a logical way I can see it, but I'm going to roll my gut, and I'm going to roll my man Jimmy Buckets, playoff Jimmy. So that's all I have for you guys today, and I'll see y'all next episode. Hey, thank you for staying to the end. So before we end this video, we have a competition coming out. It's called 5 Jersey Giveaway. So basically, we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, all right? And we need your help to get to 1,000 subscribers. And we're trying to get that milestone done by June 21st, 2022, which is my birthday. So the goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers. And then what I want you guys to do on the comment section of the video, type in #giveaway. And then when you type in #giveaway, you enter the competition. And then when we hit our goal of 1,000 subscribers, I will be sending 5 jerseys to 5 people on June 21st, 2022, a jersey of your choice. So help us get to 1,000. Share this video with somebody, get them to subscribe. And guess what, guys? We'll see y'all in the next episode.